Welcome to Science Store online classes.
Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.
Hello students, so once again welcome to physics class. We are discussing about connected body problem, and in today's class we are going to discuss about bodies which are connected this way, attached. So when they are connected through the thread or the rope or the string, the tension will be acting. When they are attached to each other, right, the contact force will be acting between them, correct? Contact force. The contact force will be acted due to the mass m1 to mass m2, mass m2 to mass m1. So how to deal with those problems? Let's start from the basic. Okay, let me consider two masses, m1 and m2. m1 and m2 are connected this way, and external force is applied on, okay, m1 or m2, anything you can consider. External force, you are pushing, right? Okay, external force is applied this way, yeah, on m1, you are pushing. Okay, now there will be a connected force acting between these two masses. Let me call it as small f. Let's say acceleration is towards the direction of applied external force. Now how to deal with? Through free body diagram. So m1, draw the free body diagram of m1. What are the forces acting on m1? You know that. That is external force F and the contact force small f. What about the acceleration? Towards the direction of external force. We are applying net force is equal to m into a. What is the net force acting on this body? Which is the greater force? External force. So F minus small f is the net force. Do you agree with that? This force minus this force will be responsible for this acceleration, and mass is m1 into a. Okay, let's draw the free body diagram for m2. So what about m2? What are the forces acting directly on m2? Only the contact force, correct? For m1, contact forces towards left, for m2 contact forces towards right. Acceleration is along the contact force. So by applying the Newton's second law of motion, F is equal to m2 into a, correct? This is second. Equation 1 and 2, you can say that F is equal to m1 into a plus m2 into a. So a into m1 plus m2 is equal to the applied force, acceleration is equal to applied force by m1 plus m2. So this is the acceleration of the system. What is the contact force acting between them? Contact force is equal to m2 into a. So m2 into F divided by m1 plus m2. This is the contact force. Acceleration is F by m1 plus m2. So substituting that here. So if you have reverse case, m1 is here and which is attached to m2, and external force is applied on m2 and acceleration is along the direction of external force. How will you deal with this? m1, the forces acting on m1 is contact force, and acceleration is, this is the contact force towards contact force. Contact force is equal to m1 into a. Okay. Free body diagram for m2. One is external force, another one is contact force. See, here is the contact force. If for m1, contact force is always towards the body you consider. If you consider m1, this is the contact force. If you consider m2, this is the contact force. Contact force is always towards the body. Tension is always away from the body. Remember, tension is always away from the body under consideration, and contact force is always towards the body. Okay. Here, by applying Newton's second law, F is greater because acceleration is towards the applied force. F minus F is equal to m2 into a. So F is equal to m2a plus this is m1a. Therefore, acceleration of m1 plus m2 F is a is equal to F by m1 plus m2. What is the acceleration in both the case? Same. But about the contact force, that is different. Here contact force is m1 into a is F divided by m1 plus m2. Do you find the difference? Here contact force is m2 into F by m1 plus m2. Here contact force is m1 into F divided by m1 plus m2. What is the difference you find? So contact force is always mass times of acceleration. Force is always mass times of acceleration. So which mass you should consider? The mass on which external force is not acting. Here mass on which external force is not acting is m1 because external force is acting on m2. So m1 times of acceleration. Acceleration is easy to find out. External force by total mass. Right? Okay. We'll consider three systems. m1, m2 and m3. Let's say external force is applied on m1. Acceleration is also along applied external force. Here there will be a contact force, let me call it as F1. Here there will be a contact force, let me call it as F2. Okay? Now, how to solve this? According to free body diagram, M1, the force is acting on M1 is external force and contact force. Contact force is always towards, which is lesser? Contact force, because acceleration is along external force. So what will be the formula? F minus small f is equal to m1 into a. Okay. Second mass, m2. What are the forces acting on m2? One is contact force F1, another one is contact force F2. What is the direction of acceleration? This, correct? Acceleration is this. Now which is greater? F1 is greater because the acceleration is along F1. So F1 minus F2 is equal to m2 into a. Next, third, m3. What are the forces acting on m3? Only the contact force, that is F2, and acceleration is this. So F2 is equal to m3 into a. We are applying Newton's second law, students. So now substitute the values. F1 is equal to m2 into a from this expression. F1 is equal to m2 into a plus F2, correct? F2 is m3 into a plus m3 into a. So a of m2 plus m3, which is F1. Next, from this, F is equal to m1 into a plus F. F is a of m2 plus m3. Therefore, a of m1 plus m2 plus m3 is equal to F. So, acceleration is equal to how much? F divided by m1 plus m2 plus m3. You got the acceleration. So, in every case acceleration is force by total mass. Total mass here is 3. What is F1? Here F1 we got. F1 is equal to m2 plus m3 times of acceleration. Acceleration is F by total mass. Okay. That is F1. What is F2? F2 is m3 times of acceleration. Acceleration is F by total mass. So now how can you predict this? If you take the other reverse case, I'll erase this. If if you take the reverse case, m1, m2 and m3. Let's say external force is applied on m3, this is the direction of acceleration. Now, you know acceleration directly you can write force by m1 plus m2 plus m3. Okay. But here is a contact force. Here is also contact force. What is the contact force between m1 and m2? We have taken it as F1. This we have taken F2. Correct? So we will take the same here. So now when the force is applied on m1, this is F1 and F2. When the force is applied on m3, what is F1 and F2? We will find out. For that we should draw m1. The force acting on m1 is only F1. So F1 is equal to how much? m1 into a. Because acceleration is also towards F1. m3. What are the forces acting on m3? One is F1, another one is F2. Which is greater? Because acceleration is towards F2. F2 is greater. F2 minus F1 is equal to m2 into a. F1 we know, so F2 is equal to m2a plus m1a. Correct? Okay. Next, this should be m2, right? m3. What are the forces acting on m3? One is F2, another one is external force. Acceleration is towards external force. So external force minus F2 is equal to m3 into a. You know what is F2? So can you get the expression for F2 now? We know F2 is equal to a of m2 plus m1. What is a? F divided by summation of m. What was F2 here? m3 into f by summation of m. Here it is m2 plus m1 summation of m. What is F1? F1 is m1 into a is f divided by summation of m. So, if you observe clearly, the contact force, acceleration is net force by summation of mass. Contact force is, see F1 is that mass which is not applied by external force divided by into acceleration. Here F2 is acting here. So F2 is nothing but m1 plus m2 times of acceleration. See, if there is no F2, then m1 plus m2 cannot attach to m3. If there is no F1, m1 cannot attach to the system. So that's why for F1 you should multiply it by m1. For F2 you should multiply it by m1 plus m2. I hope you are getting this. You should visualize that. So but here if F2 doesn't exist, then m3 won't exist or m3 cannot attach. So F2 is m3 times of acceleration. If F1 doesn't exist, then m2 and m3 both cannot attach. So m2 plus m3 is force. Or in other terms you can say, if m3 won't be there, if there is no m3, F2 will be there, F1 will be there, but F2 won't be there. So m3 is 0 means F2 is 0. m3 is 0 means F1 is not 0. Correct? But if m2 is also not there, then F1 won't be there. m1 is also not there, m3 is also not there, then F1 won't be there. So that's how you should derive the expression. Now we'll try to do it directly. For more number of mass, you will get to know that. m1, m2, m3 and m4. Okay, force is acted on m1. Acceleration is towards m1. What is the acceleration here? Force divided by m1 plus m2 plus so on m4. Correct? m3 plus m4. Okay. What is, okay, let's call this as F1. The contact force here is F1, contact force here is F2. This is F3. What is F3? We will come from the last. See, if M1 is not there, F3 won't be there. If M2 is not there, F3 will be there still, because M3 is not there, but it will be attached to here. So F3 is equal to M4 times of acceleration. Okay. What is F2 is equal to? F2 is equal to, which are the two other masses behind it? M2 plus M4 times of acceleration. F1 is equal to, which are the masses behind that? M2 plus M3 plus M4. This is M3, students, into acceleration. F is equal to M1 plus M2 plus M3 plus M4 acceleration. If the force is applied here, then what will be the F1, F2, F3? See, force is applied here, then this is F1, right? F1 is equal to M1 into A. Okay, F2 is equal to, this is F2. So behind this, M1 plus M2 into A. F3 is equal to, this is F3. Behind this there are three masses, M1 plus M2 plus M3 into A. There is no F4, so F is equal to M1 plus M2 plus M3 into A. I hope you followed this. I changed the value. Force is applied here. Let me call this as F2. This force as contact force as F1. This is F2. What will be your F2? See, F2, only one mass is attached, M1 into A. Here F2 is equal to here F1. Is it correct? F1 is equal to M1 into A? Correct. F1. There are two masses, so M1 plus M2 into A. Here F1 is equal to here F2. System is same. So am I correct? Yes. A, you know, F divided by total mass. You should substitute. So this is the way of solving the bodies which are connected to one another or which are attached. Hello students. So let's solve some problems under connected body problem. So if you solve the problem, you will get more clear idea about the synopsis we have done in our previous classes. Three blocks of mass M1, M2 and M3 are connected by massless string. So in the question they have mentioned mass of the string is negligible or string is massless. On frictionless table, they are pulled with the force T3, which is equal to 40 Newton. These masses are connected and these are pulled with the force 40 Newton. So force is taken as a T3 here. M1 is of 10 kg, N2 is 6 kg and M3 is 4 kg. What is T2? What is the tension acting on the string? They are asking what is T2. How will you solve this problem? What is T2 on the string? What is T1 is equal to? Tension T1 is equal to how much? What is T2 is equal to? So how will you do this problem? So options are given 20 Newton, 10 Newton, 40 Newton and 32 Newton. So how do you solve this? Either you can directly write the formula or you have to do it by step process. So if at all it is the directly formula, what is the formula for this system of connected body problem when the bodies are connected through the string? So T2 will be is equal to, so T2 is a tension which will be is equal to, see what is the acceleration of this whole system? See, you know that tension is equal to mass times of acceleration. What is the acceleration of this whole system? Acceleration of this whole system is nothing but T3 divided by m1 plus m2 plus m3, correct? For this system, acceleration is force by mass. Force is T3, external force applied is T3, mass is m1 plus m2 plus m3. How much is this? 40 divided by 10 plus 6, 16 plus 4, 20. So, 2 meter per second square is the acceleration. 2 meter per second square is the acceleration. So, when this tension will become 0? When this tension will become 0? Whether the mass should, which mass should be 0 for to become that tension 0? So, T2 will be is equal to m1 plus m2. Am I correct? m1 plus m2 into acceleration, correct? So this tension is carrying m1 and m2, so m1 plus m2 into acceleration. So here m is equal to m1 plus m2, therefore tension is equal to 10 plus 6 into acceleration, 16 into 2. 32 Newton. Option D is the right answer. Or else you also have the method of solving it with the help of your free body diagram. So with the help of free body diagram also you can calculate the tension. So if at all you are doing with the help of free body diagram, how you have to do? First you have to do the free body diagram for m2. So free body diagram for m2 is, one is T2, another one is T1. Acceleration is towards this, so T2 minus T1 is equal to m2 into A. So free body diagram for m1 says that the force acting on m1 is only T1. So T1 is equal to m1 into A. What is T1 is equal to? 10 into 2, that is 20. What is T2 is equal to? T2 is equal to m2 into A, that is 6 into 2 plus T1, 12 plus 20, that is 32. So this way also you can do, or else directly you can write the formula. So what is the formula for this? T2 is equal to m1 plus m2 into force divided by m1 plus m2 plus m3. This is acceleration. How do you know it is m1 plus m2? See, if this tension pulls m1 and m2, it is not pulling m3. If m1 is 0, this tension will not be 0 but reduced. If m1 and m2 both are 0, this tension will be 0. So that's why m1 plus m2 into acceleration is T2. So if at all they are asking T1, then m1 into A is T1, correct? Option D is the right answer. Let's move to the next problem. Two blocks of mass 7 kg and 5 kg are placed in contact with each other. If force 6 Newton is applied to heavier mass, which is the heavier mass? 7 kg. So force 6 Newton is applied here. What is the force acting on the lighter mass? So if this is external force, here you have a contact force, correct? So they are asking what is the contact force. So you know that. What is the acceleration of this system? Acceleration is equal to force divided by mass, total mass. What is the force applied on this whole system? 6 Newton, and total mass is 7 kg plus 6 kg. So 6 divided by 7 plus 6 is equal to 13. So 6 by 13 meter per second square is the acceleration of this whole system. So what is the F? Small f is equal to, you know how to write the direct formula now. You don't have to do free body diagram. You can go for it, but it is a lengthy process. So what is small f is equal to? See, small f carries only this mass, correct? Small f is equal to m2. If I call this as a m1 and this as a m2, m2 into a, correct? This should be the formula. m2 is equal to 6. This is 6 divided by 13. So 36 divided by 13 Newton. So 36 divided by 13 Newton is equal to how much? 36 divided by 13 Newton is equal to how much? Okay, 2.5. 2.5 Newton is the answer. Or I don't know to remember this formula, ma'am, or I don't know to derive this formula. So what do I do? You can do free body diagram. First you should go by free body diagram of m2. The forces acting on m2 is Ef. So F is equal to m2 into A. So that's what I did. Correct? Okay. So this is how you will solve the problem. Let's move to the next problem. Two bodies A and B are 10 kg and 15 kg. Okay. A is 10 kg, 15 kg. 10 kg. Okay. Kept on a smooth horizontal surface are tied to the ends of light string. Light string means they are massless, that's what it meant. If T represents tension in the string, when horizontal force F is equal to 5 Newton is applied to A. When 500 Newton is applied to A, T is the tension on the string. So this is the tension. Okay. And then T dash be the tension when it applied to B. When the force is applied to B, tension is T dash. Which one of the following is true? T1 T dash is equal to 500 Newton. T dash is equal to 250 Newton. T is equal to 200 Newton. T dash is equal to 300. Or T is equal to 300 Newton. T dash is equal to 200. So how to deal with this problem? So you can directly write the formula. Can you write the formula for tension for this condition? See, if mass A doesn't exist, whether the tension is exist, it will exist because there is a force applying on it, correct? There is a force applying on the string. We are just removing the mass. Force is there, mass B is there, the string is there, so there will be tension. So if mass A is 0, tension is not 0. But if mass B is 0, if you remove this whole mass, then there won't be any tension in the string. Correct? So you know that tension is equal to mass times of acceleration. Which mass that have to be decided here? That mass is nothing but mass of B. This is the B here. If B doesn't exist, tension won't be there. Therefore, tension T here is equal to mass of B into acceleration. What is mass of B? 15 kg. And what is acceleration? Acceleration is force divided by total mass. What is total mass? 10 kg plus 15 kg, that is 25 kg. And what is the force applying here? 500 Newton. Okay. 5 5s are 5 3s are 5 1s are 500s are. So 300 Newton is the answer. Tension T is equal to 300 Newton. So it's clear that option D is the answer. No, I want to recheck. Let's go for this. So T dash. See, when the T dash will be 0, if B is 0, whether the T dash will be 0? No, because 500 Newton is applying in this direction. A is pulling the string, this string towards left, but 500 is also applying the force on it. Tension wouldn't be 0. Tension will be 0. This tension, this string will not experience the tension only if this mass is removed. Correct? So, tension T dash is equal to mass of A into acceleration. Tension is mass times of acceleration, you know, because tension is force. F is equal to m into A. So here mass of A is nothing but 10 kg into acceleration is, what is the acceleration? Force divided by total mass. What is total mass of the whole system? A plus B, 10 plus 20, 15, 25, and force applied is 500 Newton. So 2s are, 5s are, 100s are 200 Newton. So verified. T dash is 200 Newton, T is 300. You don't have to do T dash because you got T and that is the only answer we have here. Option D is the answer. So quick method, within 30 seconds you can do this problem, or if you take 30 seconds to read the problem, 30 seconds to solve the problem. That's it. 1 minute you can finish it. Let's go to the next problem. 3 blocks of mass 4 kg, 2 kg and 1 kg respectively are connected. They are contacted. Okay. If force 14 Newton is applied on 4 kg, where the force is applied on 4 kg. 14 Newton is applied on 4 kg. The contact force between 4 kg and 2 kg. They are asking what is the contact force here. Let me take that contact force as F. Okay. So options are given 2 Newton, 6 Newton, 8 Newton, 14 Newton. What is the answer? Okay. What is contact force is equal to? Ultimately it is a force. Contact force is equal to some mass into acceleration. You know what is acceleration, right? Okay, force divided by total mass. Force is 14, total mass is 4 plus 2, 6 plus 1, 7. Okay, 14 by 7 is acceleration. Okay, then which mass have to be considered here? Assume there is no 2 kg of mass, there is no 1 kg of mass. Whether this force won't exist, it would exist because there is 2 kg of mass. There is no 2 kg of mass. What about the contact? It will exist because 1 kg of mass and 4 kg of mass will be in contact. What I am telling you is, if I remove 1 kg of mass, this is how it will look like, 4 kg and 2 kg, and this contact force will exist, right? If I remove 2 kg, then how does it look like? This is 4 kg and this is 1 kg, 4 kg and 1 kg. Still there will be a force, contact force, correct? Okay. If both are not there, 2 kg as well as 1 kg is not there, then this will look like this. Only 4 kg and there is no contact force. So contact force is nothing but sum of m2. If I call this as m1, this is m2 and this is m3. m2 plus m3 into A. Do you agree with that? Or else you can say that this contact force pulls or helps to accelerate m2 and m3. Okay. What I am trying to tell you is, okay, this is my 4 kg mass, this is my 2 kg mass and this is my 1 kg mass. Where the force is applied on 4 kg of mass. So I push it. So when I push it, the contact force between 4 kg and 2 kg is pushing this 2 kg and 1 kg towards left, correct? So if 3 masses are here, 4 kg is pushed by 14 Newton, but this contact force is responsible for the acceleration of these two. So that's why the contact force here is nothing but these two masses, the masses on which external force is not acted. Agree? So 2 kg plus 1 kg, that is 3 kg, into acceleration is net force, that is 14 divided by total mass, 4 plus 2, 1 plus 1, 7, this is 2, so 6 Newton. Which is the answer? Option B is the answer. You should directly know how to apply. In case if they ask between 2 kg and 1 kg, between 2 kg and 1 kg, then what will be the answer? Then you are looking for the contact force here, which is F1. What is F1 is equal to? See, this force will be 0 only M3 is 0. If M2 is 0, then still it would exist. If M1 is 0, still it would exist, because if M1 and M2 both are 0, still it would exist because there is one external force here. F1 will be 0 only, M3 is 0. So M3 into acceleration. M3 is 1 kg into 2, so 2 Newton would have been the answer. But they are asking between 4 kg and 2 kg, so answer is 6 Newton. You should know how to form the formulas. So that's what I have explained you in the while explaining the synopsis of it. You should know to get the formula direct. If you can do that, then this is the matter of 30 seconds. Solving the problem is 30 seconds, understanding the problem is 30 seconds. 1 minute is enough to do that. Yes. Well, move to the next problem. 3 blocks of mass m, 2m and 3m are connected by string as shown in the figure. So this is how they have connected 3m, 2m and m. After applying an upward force F, upward force is applied. See, 3 masses are connected and you just lift it. Okay. After applying an upward force F on the block M is on the top, the masses move with constant speed. What is the speed of the masses? V. What is the net force acting on it? How do you do this? Net force. See, you should be very clever. The masses move with constant speed V. Constant speed. Then what is the acceleration? Speed means they meant velocity here. Acceleration is 0. If acceleration is 0, we know that force is equal to m into a. If acceleration is 0, the net force is also 0. Body is under balanced force. Then what is the net force acting on 2m? Not only 2m. On every body it is 0. So option B is the right answer. There is no mathematical step. It is a direct answer. It was appeared in 2013 NEET examination. So constant force is applied, speed is constant, then obviously acceleration is 0. So the net force is also 0. Option B is the right answer. Next, 3 masses connected by a string through a pulley. So this is pulley related problem. The tension in the string connecting A and B. They are asking the tension here. So what is tension is equal to? For pulley problem, if you remember, mass into acceleration is nothing but tension. So what is the acceleration of this system, whole system? So otherwise, if you able to form the formulas, okay. See, acceleration is always having a denominator which is the summation of mass. So this tension will be is equal to summation of mass on the denominator, and on the numerator what is the masses? Have they given the masses here? They have given the masses 3 kg, 1 kg and 5 kg. The mass is 3 kg, this is 1 kg and this is 5 kg. Obviously acceleration is downward here and here it is upward, because this weight is greater than the weight here, correct? So this tension do exist only if B mass exists. If there is no B mass, then whether the string will stretch? No. If the string doesn't stretch, then there is no tension. So if mass of B is 0, tension should also be 0. If this mass doesn't exist, then the whole system will fall down, correct? Under gravity. If this mass is not existing, this tension do not exist, because if there is no mass here, then there is no stretch in this string. If there is no stretch in the string, there won't be any stretch in the string. So this mass 5 kg is also important, mass of C, correct? And what about gravity? That should be important, G, both the side. And how many forces? One is weight of this, another one is total weight of this. So 2 forces. So 2 into mass of B is 3 into 5 into 1 into G divided by total mass. 3 into 1 is 4, 4 plus 5 is 9. So 5 into 2 is 10. 10G divided by 9. This is the tension. This is the tension. This is how you should calculate the tension, or else you can go with this formula. What is the acceleration? Acceleration is weight of this minus weight of this. That is 5 into G minus 4 into G, that is 3 plus 1. 4 into G divided by 9. So this is the acceleration. G divided by 9 is the acceleration. Acceleration times of mass. Which mass you should consider? Total mass. 5 plus 3, that is 5. The mass you should consider is 5 into 2. 2 times of mass you should consider. 2 mg masses 2 into 5. So 10 G divided by 9 is the answer. So this is also simple method. If you know the formula, you should be able to write the formula directly. So here ends. We will discuss about more number of problems in the coming classes. Thank you.
Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.